What's up, Scrapyard? We got a new season that came with a new map, and it's time to give you guys some tips on how to drop high damage games more consistently for this new season. Without further ado, let's get into it. Bam 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 bam. Alright, welcome back, shitters. As usual, if you guys are new here, I'll give you guys tips for the first several minutes of the video, and then I'll let the rest of the game play out. This is a crazy game. I only had to make one cut during this video. This game was non-stop action, and it shows you guys how good this map is for high damage, high kill games. A lot of you guys already know that, but there are plenty of people out there that call this map Stormpoint 2.0, and I've heard from many people that they have difficulty with finding people on this map. If you haven't already, go watch my last video. I give you guys the top 5 best POIs to land at. The video after this one right now is going to be how to rotate throughout the map to help you guys even further. But for now, let's talk about how to drop high damage games on this map. The same principles apply. Just because this is a new map doesn't mean that it warrants a different playstyle for dropping high damage games. Again, when dropping 4K damage games, a lot of it is in your control. You don't need to find a lot of people. What you need to get better at is doing damage at longer distances more consistently. This will keep the enemy team at bay, preventing them from aping you. And I do this best with the R301. That's my go-to gun for 4,000 damage games. For you, it might be a G7. For others, it might be a sniper rifle. But I never recommend sniper rifles because there will be times during your 4,000 damage games where you'll have to fight close quarter fights. Having a sniper rifle as your backup weapon when you're close quarters is not the best. So I do recommend double spray weapons for 4K games. Just like with every other map, it's the same for Broken Moon. So let's just get that out of the way. Do better at doing damage at longer ranges. And as always, I recommend duos. Whether you're solo queuing or you have a duo teammate, it's always more manageable to have to fight 2 people as opposed to 3. A third person adds a whole different dynamic to the fight. Duos is very simple. You knock one guy and there's only one guy left on the team. More than that though, the lobbies tend to stay alive longer. And I'll be making a video on this later, but I'll give you guys a little secret real quick. Change the server to Sao Paulo. I'm just kidding, please don't do that. But seriously, change the server to Salt Lake if you can. I play here on the West Coast, so Salt Lake's not far from me. I actually got kicked out of my home servers because I was getting stream sniped by an aimbot cheater. I went to the closest next server, and it was an amazing difference how easier these lobbies were, I kid you not. Not only that, but the lobbies stayed alive twice as long. And I was fighting absolute bots over there in Salt Lake. I don't know what they got going on in Utah over there. They're just trash or what, I don't know. But my main server is Oregon, and although I do just fine on that server, those lobbies are way harder than Salt Lake. If you're having trouble with the competition, maybe try that server out. To save you guys some time, if you haven't watched my video already, the best places to land at on this new map are going to be the core, terraformer, gardens, bionomics. And honestly, those are really the main 4 places that I land every single game. I have about 1,500 kills this season. I've played about 250 games already. If you're going to listen to anybody on where to drop, it probably should be me. Try those places out if you're struggling to find people. As for rotations, like I said, I'll get to that in my next video. Pretty much how to utilize the zip lines effectively. But in general, despite where you land, make your way to Promenade afterwards. You're going to find people along that path. Now that we got all of the basics out of the way, let's go back to what I was saying in the beginning of this video. Doing damage at long distance. It's something that not a lot of players are good at. Obviously, because the further you are away from the enemy, the smaller they become and the harder it is to hit your shots. But in doing so, you can farm a lot of damage off of one team without even trying. Let's get into mind of a solo queue player like myself that's trying to drop a 4K game. I have perfected the passive-aggressive playstyle. It has to be a perfect mixture of the two. This is how you can drop high damage games consistently, especially on this new map. You have to stop being hyper-aggressive, and you have to stop being hyper-passive. Hyper-aggressive meaning you're running inside of a building without doing any sort of recon. You're going straight up in there, maybe getting the kill, but because you didn't do any recon, you get shot in your back and you die. Hyper-passive meaning you could do a lot of damage, maybe have someone super weak from a good distance, and you still don't push. Or you're just sitting back and charge rifling the entire time. And while you do that, the rest of the lobby dies out and you never find anybody. Perfect passive-aggressive playstyle for high damage games is going to be killing everybody in your POI off rip, or a good chunk of them, and immediately pushing the next fight. Doing a little recon, see what's going on, doing damage at range to get them weak. Then once you finally get a knock or you have somebody super weak, you then begin to push. That's a playstyle I didn't understand until about season 3, season 4 when I started watching better players than myself. I was wondering why I was dying in pubs all the time. And that was why right there, I was way too damn aggressive for no damn reason. And this is especially important if you're solo queuing and you have no support. Start getting better with that. Listen to what I'm saying. Because the longer you stay alive, the more damage you can do. And the more damage you can do, the more wins you can get. So that right there is the best playstyle for high damage games. And again, I always recommend double spray weapons, an AR and an SMG. A lot of the times I use a wingman. If you're cool with that, try it out. But I know it's a very high skill weapon that a lot of people struggle with, and it's not necessary for high damage games. Of course, I have to reiterate, you guys need to be thirsting every single person you see. Thirsting means, for those that don't know, is finishing a player when they're knocked on the ground. Whether you knock them or an enemy did, if you thirst them, that's an extra 100 damage maximum to your overall damage, which can help you drop high damage games. So if you have an opportunity to thirst, you need to be thirsting. So let's say you have 12 kills in a game and you manage to thirst 10 people. That's an extra 1,000 damage to your 4,000 damage. A whole 1/4 of your damage coming from guys that are knocked and can't shoot back. That's why it's very important to start thirsting your enemies. And lastly, we have my farming method. You only need about 1,500 to 2,000 damage with about 4 squads alive to secure that 4,000 damage. You could do so by farming the team. Again, doing damage at long ranges, cracking them over and over and over again so they're forced to heal instead of pushing you, knocking one and thirsting him to get extra damage and to make it a more even 1v1. And then continue and farming that last guy for as much damage as you can. And then doing it again when there's only one team left and there's no potential third parties. I've explained this to you guys many times. If you haven't seen my farming methods, go check out those videos right now. But you already know how easy it is. And yeah, that's pretty much how you drop high damage games on this map. This map is very good and very hectic at times. My top 2 POIs, like I said, are the Core and Terraformer. You'll have at least 5 squads there every single time. And then rotating my way to Promenade, which is in the direct center of the map and will get crazy for third parties, which is fine. You need these third parties with high damage games. If you guys struggle with third parties, maybe I'll make a video on that and how to better survive third parties. If you're striving for high kill, high damage games, you can't get mad at third parties. It is essential. That's pretty much all I have. Again, look at my last video on where to land, because if you're not landing those 5 POIs, you're probably not going to find a lot of people. It's still very early on in the season, and with this new map, there are still a lot of dry points, unfortunately, during the game. But as more and more people start to figure out where to land and how to rotate, this map has a lot of potential for high kill, high damage games. Again, if you guys like, watch the rest of the video to see how I farm for a 4,000 damage game right here. Take note of my playstyle and the things that I do and implement it into your own gameplay. Best of luck. I'll see you guys next time. Oh shit, brewing. I guess I'm just fucking dog shit now, bro. I guess I'm the worst fucking player in the fucking world. No way! Me? Why me? Why is it always me? Who the fuck? I can hear him? Oh, that's why I missed the wingman shots. No wonder.
Round 2. Beginning ring countdown.
Ah, shit.
Jump right. Attention. Delivering.
Oh my, this is getting tiring at this point, bro. I've been soaking for 6 hours, bro. Go. There are 4 other teams here you could look at, and you're looking at me. Why? So you finally decided to help, and you guys all get pushed. Good. Finally, you guys do something right. Oh shit.
They're shooting at me. Recharging my shields. Whole squad down, and they left gifts. Hold on, I need to heal. Recharging my shields.
Yeah, eat dick.
Freshening up with a kiss. Throwing jump.
Someone right here.
Enemy that way.
Scared me, bro.
I've got a minute and the next ring's nearby.
Should've waited for your face, idiot. Should've waited for your face, idiot. Worst race bait in the world. Should've waited for your face.
Setting up shop. A lone wolf. 45 seconds. Plenty of time to find something valuable. Don't mind if I do.
Don't mind if I do. Shut the fuck up, lover. You're not
30
doing shit
seconds
for
to
me.
be somewhere else.
For the ops hat. I hear him.
An enemy shield.
Good evening. You're muted.
Wait, not right now, bro. I'm not in the mood, alright?
Squad fell. Recharging my shields.
Damn, bro.
Attention. Delivering care package. Don't drive set. Cracked an enemy.
Gosh. Oh, you're so fucking lucky.
Only recharging shields.
Where's the seer at? I see you, pussy. Don't worry. I think I'm fucked on this rotate though, Loki.
Just taking fire. Healing. Attention. Taking fire. Recharging my shields.
Fuck, bro. I'm dead, bro. Good damn dinner, bro. Now I'm dead probably because of that.
Recharging my shields.
Hey, isn't every fight weird? It's almost like everybody knows me in these lobbies, and they feel like they have to play weird for a certain reason. These guys are gatekeeping me, bro. In a pub.
It's a scrappy.
Throwing jump drive.
Get that ugly ass skin off my gun.
Taking fire. Recharging my shields.
Why are you still peeking? Heal up. There's no way I'm getting added on right here, bro.
Shops open for business. Recharging my shields. My favorite kind of loot. The kind that's all mine. In progress. I'm already in the next ring. More time to gather supplies. An enemy shield. Taking fire.
The fucking dead guys are horrific, bro.
Recharging my shields. Took care of that one.
Bro,
last
you're
two
in
squads.
storm.
I'm not here for a consolation prize.
Beginning ring countdown.
Fuck. I'm just drunk or what, chat? I can't hit shots tonight? I'm trash or what? Bro. What?!
I've got a minute, and the next ring's nearby. Better grab what I
Bro.
can.
She's literally right there, bro. She's literally right there. She go around, bro? That
I got
Kraber,
45
this Kraber is
seconds.
garbage, bro.
I could probably
They need
grab
to
a
buff
few
it,
more
bro.
things.
Put it back to where
Oh
you
yeah,
used to be.
you're in your phone.
Recharging shields.
You're so drunk, bro.
30 seconds to be somewhere else. Phew. Let's do some shopping. The ring closes. I've got to move. Mama's got a brand new bag. Shattered an enemy shield. Recharging shield. Ooh, a whole squad.
That's 4 3Ks back to back to back on the new map. Who else does it like that? Nobody!
You are the Apex champions.
Sup, decoy?
How's it going, Scrapy?
I'm really not that drunk at all. Again, 6 hours of solo queue on this map, you'd understand what it would do to any sane human being.
Yeah, I would really.
Bam ba bam bam bam. Bam ba bam 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 ba 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 bam bam ba bam bam bam. Bam ba bam 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 ba ba bam 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 bam. Bam ba bam 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 ba 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 bam